If I see one more fitness coach with "I help busy professionals get elite results" in their bio, I am going to lose it. You know what that means? It means that you help no one specifically. It means you're throwing spaghetti at the wall. It means you're here for your wallet, not the client's results. I've seen people waste $50,000 in 5 years with coaches who had no business coaching anyone other than broke stay-at-home dads. Today, I'm exposing the 5 things you must look out for when hiring a fitness or performance coach in 2026. And the red flags mean that you're about to get scammed. Let's get into it. The fitness coaching industry is a $96 billion industry, and I'd estimate that 80% of it is total fucking garbage. Coaches who took a weekend open book course to get a certification, and now they think they are transforming lives. There's guys who watch videos on peptides, and now they think they're optimization experts. People who have never worked with a client, over 40, but they're targeting elite executives. It's a fucking joke. And the worst part, these shitty coaches are expensive for the few services they offer. Some rates are usually around $800 a month. And then some charge 10 to 20K for elite programs. But here's the thing, expensive doesn't mean effective. A fancy website doesn't know that you mean you know what you're doing. And a six-pack definitely doesn't mean they can get you results. Over the next 20 minutes or so, I'm gonna break down 5 things that actually matter when you're investing in a coach. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot a Kmart coach from a mile away. So let's go. Thing number 1, they need to specialize in your exact situation. Let's start with the biggest red flag of all, the vague niche. You've seen these fucking retards everywhere. I help busy professionals get in the best shape of their lives. Elite performing coaching for high achievers. Transformation coach for executives. I help driven men look and feel their best. You know what they all have in common? They mean nothing. Busy professionals could be a 28-year-old software engineer working 80-hour weeks, a 45-year-old part-time librarian, a 52-year-old VP with a family and joint pain, a 40-year-old entrepreneur who travels constantly. These are completely different people with completely different needs. The 28-year-old can handle high-volume training, quick recovery, aggressive cuts. The librarian needs to find a real fucking job and should have been disqualified. But Instagram fitness coaches take on whatever slop they can and will water down the program over a couple $100. A 52-year-old needs more joint-friendly programming, hormone optimization, stress management. A 40-year-old needs time-efficient workouts, travel protocols, and accountability systems. A coach who claims to help all of these people is a coach who has no depth, and they're using cookie-cutter or AI programs because they care more about your money than your results. He looks at you as his meal ticket since he's attracting a bunch of professional slop. The Kmart coach red flag, I help busy professionals. Translation, I have no fucking idea who I'm actually gonna help. So I'm casting a wide net hoping someone pays me. Maybe this will push broke, destitute Denny's away, pretty please. These coaches give everyone the same program with minor tweaks. There's no specialization in hormones, no specialization in peptides or optimization protocols. They don't understand the nuance of training a 45-year-old versus a 25-year-old. They are chasing quantity of clients, not quality. Real talk, if a coach says they work with the everyone niche, they're not effective for anyone. This is what a real coach looks like. A legitimate high-performance coach should be saying, I specialize in helping men 35 to 55 who are earning $250K plus optimize their hormones, their body composition, and their energy at the highest level so they can perform at a peak level for the next 20 to 40 years. That is specific. That tells me they understand who they're talking to. They understand hormone optimization, which is critical for that age group. They work with high earners, so they understand time constraints and the return on investment. They focus on performance, not just aesthetics. They're thinking long-term, 20 years instead of 12 weeks. Or, I work exclusively with finance and business professionals aged 35 to 50 who travel 50% of the year and need location-independent protocols that don't sacrifice results. Now that is a coach who knows their client. Specific and knows they can add 4 to 10 prime earning years and millions of dollars to that client's bank account while also vastly improving their quality of life. Why does this matter to you? If you hire a busy professional coach and you're 45 with low testosterone, guess what? You're fucked. They're gonna give you the same workout they gave a 28-year-old. You're not gonna recover, you're gonna overtrain, injure yourself because your joint health's not the same as a 28-year-old. You'll get mediocre results because they don't understand hormones, and you'll waste 6 to 12 months before you realize it's not working. Let's analyze the cost of a cheap Kmart coach. So think $400 a month times 12 months, that's $4,800. 12 months of no progress, that is 526,000 minutes lost. Potential injury, $5,000 to $15K in medical costs, frustration and giving up, decades of suboptimal health. Meanwhile, a specialized coach would run your blood work and see your testosterone as 320 nanograms per deciliter, and it should be 700 to 900. Recommend TRT or peptides first to optimize hormones. Design a program that works with your physiology, not against it. And have streamlined processes and protocols for your schedule to get your results in 90 days instead of never. This is where the Capital Performance solution makes the difference. We don't just help busy professionals. We work with high net worth individuals and entrepreneurs aged between 35 and 60 who understand their health is their number one asset. They are ready to invest in optimization, not just fitness. They want peptide protocols, hormone optimization, and advanced diagnostics. Think in decades, not just the new year, new me for the 5th year in a row. We're not for everyone, and I don't pretend to be. If you're 23 and just want to look good for Instagram and show off to your 2,000 followers, I'm not your coach. If you're a dividend douchebag that just wants to inject Ozempic, lose 20 pounds for a few months, and then shop around for the cheapest dipshit that'll coach your half-ass attitude, then I'm definitely not your coach. And if you're a destitute Denny that wants a fucking adult babysitter and your wife's permission and validation for every little thing you do, then go seek professional help and get your balls out of her purse. However, if you're 45 and want to perform like you're 30 for the next 20 years and make a fuckload more money to spend on serene vacations, exotic cars, and a robust family life, then let's talk. That's specialization. That's how you get real results. Like number 2, they must understand blood work, hormones, and peptides. And here's the thing about number 2, and this is where 95% of fitness coaches immediately disqualify themselves. They don't understand blood work, hormones, and peptides. They're useless coaching mills for anyone over 35. Period. End of story. I don't care how good your fucking workout program is. I don't care how many Instagram followers you have. If you can't read a hormone panel or problem solve a travel schedule, then you're a Kmart coach. Why is this not negotiable? Well, let me paint you a picture. You're 42, you hire a transformation coach. You're pumped, you're ready to change your life. He gives you a 6-day-a-week workout plan, monthly check-ins with his assistant, occasional plan changes on WhatsApp or Google Sheets, a meal plan that's been copied and pasted everywhere for everyone else, daily cardio with no step goals, and just a trust the process, bro. You follow this religiously for 4 months. What's the result? You lost 8 pounds, mostly water and muscle. You feel like garbage. Libido is gone. Sleep is worse. Brain fog. Irritable and depressed. Feeling like you've been scammed on your time and your money. You tell your coach and he just responds with, you're not being consistent. You're probably eating more than you think. Trust the process, bro. Make sure to log your food better. You quit. You think you're the problem. And here's what actually happened. This entire time, your testosterone was 310 nanograms per deciliter. It should be 600 to 900. Your cortisol was sky high from stress. Your thyroid was suboptimal. Your TSH was 3.5. Your estrogen was elevated. And your coach just put you on a 6-day program with daily cardio and a caloric deficit without any of the tools to help you eat consciously on plane rides. That's like trying to drive a car with no oil in the engine and wondering why it's breaking down. A real coach would have, step 1, run comprehensive blood work before starting. A full hormone panel, including testosterone, free T, estrogen, a thyroid panel, ran some inflammation markers, a metabolic panel, vitamin and mineral deficiencies, cortisol testing, just your basic shit. Step 2, address the root cause and not the symptom. If your testosterone's in the toilet, before we train hard, we need to fix this. Then we consult on options, lifestyle optimization, TRT, peptides, depends on the severity. If your cortisol is wrecked, we need to manage stress and recovery first. Otherwise, you're just digging a deeper hole. And then step 3, design a program that works with your physiology and appropriate volume because you can't recover. Make sure there's a strength focus to preserve muscle. Stress management protocols, sleep optimization, mental health audits. And then number 4, monitor and adjust based on your blood work. Retest this quarterly. Adjust protocols based on biomarkers. Optimize continuously. And the results with the real coach is now your testosterone is optimized to 700 to 800 nanograms in 12 weeks. Energy through the roof. Fat loss while gaining muscle. Your sleep's improved. Your libido is back. Mental clarity on a superhuman level. Same person, different coach, life-changing difference. Now, another thing they don't address is the peptide factor. Let's talk about peptides. If your coach doesn't understand peptides, they're stuck in 2015. They're the secret weapon of high performers. Just think, retatrutide is known for unrivaled fat loss, clarity, and blood sugar regulation to maintain mental focus. BPC 157 heals injuries, reduces inflammation, fixes gut health. TB 500, tissue repair, flexibility, chronic pain relief. And then you have your GH secretagogues that help natural GH production, muscle growth, and fat loss. Glutathione, easy. Immune support, longevity, inflammation reduction. SLUPP improves mitochondrial function and allows exercise at rest. Cells that perform better produce more efficiently for a longer time horizon. A Kmart coach has never fucking heard of these, or thinks they're dangerous because they don't understand them. Or they'll just say, just train harder like a fucking idiot. Or worse, they'll label you as the problem client and ignore you. A high performance coach knows we need to address the peptides, we need to address the issues. They can design a protocol based on your blood work and your goals, monitor the results, and adjust integration. This coach also has the testimonials to back it up. Example, client, 48 years old, entrepreneur, previous shoulder injury, low energy. Kmart coach, just do lighter weights and tough it out, maybe take some fish oil. Goal, to keep you in the hamster wheel, making less progress so you renew more often and pad their bank account and client number status. Now, a real coach would have ran their blood work, seen they had low testosterone, elevated inflammation, give them a peptide protocol of the Wolverine stack for shoulder healing, partner with MDs to prescribe HGH and accelerate their healing and improve their deep sleep. And then since that coach has physical therapy experience, they design a shoulder-friendly program due to decades of experience that actually helps them heal faster. Now the client is pain-free in 6 weeks and adding 20 pounds to his lifts. See, the goal here is to fix the problem fast and efficiently. I work with a smaller clientele of only A players who love the process and want to stay in it long term. This builds a network of high performers that refer other high status individuals versus begging on social media for clients with fake scarcity. That's the difference between a coach who gets it and one who doesn't. Now the brutal truth, if you're over 35 and your coach isn't talking about blood work, hormone optimization, peptide protocols, recovery biomarkers, and sleep metrics, you're working with somebody who's wasting your time and stealing years of progress and productivity from you. Now, what's the real cost of working with a Kmart coach? $5,000 a year in coaching fees, 2 to 3 years of spinning your wheels, priceless time lost, potential health decline from ignoring your hormones, the opportunity cost of what you could have achieved. Low performance is less confidence and energy, less deals closed, smaller bonuses, time wasted. You're talking 500 plus hours times $200 an hour. That's at least $100K. And you're leaving all that on the table for what? Now compare that to the cost of a real optimization coach. They're going to charge you a little bit more, likely 10 to 20K per year for the coaching and the protocols. You'll see results in 90 days or less, achieve decades of peak performance, reclaim your health and vitality. The productive time you will gain from being more productive with better mental clarity is going to be 500 hours times that $200 an hour. Now you're gaining 100 grand, which sounds like the better investment. And look, I'm not here just to complain about bad coaches. I'm also here to show you and educate you on what good coaching looks like. At the Capital Performance Solution, we don't guess or suggest, we test. Every client starts with a comprehensive blood work protocol, not some basic bullshit panel your doctor runs that's $40 fucking. Full hormone assessment panels, target date insights are activated, the optimal performance ratio is established so we can build your protocol, customize your peptides, and fit it all inside your needs. This is why we do hormone optimization also, and activate our testosterone yield optimization program. And then shortly after everything's built, we just activate our patented blue chip rejuvenation protocol and teach you how to allocate your macros properly inside our macro allocation system. And that becomes synthesized to your business travel and goals based on your individual time constraints. Here we also monitor continuously. We do quarterly blood work to track your progress and adjust, weekly dominance audits, unlimited access to our team and resources, and our triple asset accountability is truly a game changer. We're not trying to work with 500 clients. I only work with 50 to 75 high performers who are serious about results. Why? Because this level of service is impossible to scale. Kmart coaches, they can have 200 clients because they give everybody the same copy and pasted or chat GPT program. Those big coaching mills with a lot of followers, they don't even coach themselves. They just use AI or assistant coaches to do it for them. We can't do that because we're actually customizing everything. Our clients aren't just busy professionals. They're high-end entrepreneurs earning at least 100K who need to perform for 20 more years. Executives managing 100 million plus operations who can't afford brain fog, or investors and business owners who understand ROI on health. Now, if that sounds like you, go ahead, click the link in the description, or fire off a DM to my Instagram saying the word solution if you want to fast track your way to results without a call. But we'll run a full assessment and show you exactly what's holding you back. If you're not sure this is for you, then keep watching because the next 3 things are gonna make it crystal clear on whether or not you need a real coach or if you're just fine with the Kmart one. So let's keep going. So thing number 3, they need a track record with people like you. And I don't mean generic before and after photos. I mean, have they gotten results with people in your exact situation? The Kmart coach red flag in this topic, their Instagram is full of 22-year-old college athletes with abs. Impressive. Generic exercise videos, extra points for being into science-based bondage lifting. Pics of them flexing in perfect lighting with downlighting and a bunch of edits to make them look jacked when they really look like a fucking child in person. Motivational quotes over sunset backgrounds. And the classic, only 10 slots available with no lead flow. DM me for coaching in the story, that's another classic. No real client results that actually make an impact. One of my favorites is the generic testimonial. My client, John, lost 15 pounds. Cool, who's John? How old is he? What are his hormones? What was his starting point? What does he even look like? All that followed by the generic, feeling great comments, but no data daddies, no specifics, no context. Playing small within the margins, which tells you they have no proven system. They're just looking for validation. So what should you be looking for as a client searching for a coach? Case studies, detailed, specific examples of real testimonials. Like my client Michael, 47 years old CEO, starting testosterone was 285 nanograms per deciliter. After 6 months with our protocol, his testosterone is up to 780 nanograms. He's lost 28 pounds of fat, gained 11 pounds of muscle, all that in 19 weeks. His sleep quality improved from a 5 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. Energy levels went from a near constant fatigue to a high performance all day. His business revenue has increased 40% this quarter alone, and much of this is attributed to his decision-making and energy being improved. So here's his full blood work, his body scans, his testimonial video. That is a track record. Why does this matter? If your coach has only worked with 25-year-olds and you're 45, they don't understand how your body recovers differently. They don't understand how hormones can affect everything. They don't know how to navigate any injuries or limitations because they've never had them. They don't know how to balance business stress with training stress, let alone balance a fucking P&L statement. How to optimize for longevity is not their forte. They're just there for aesthetics. You'll end up as their guinea pig. They'll try new things on you while you waste 12 to 18 months while they figure it out. And all that it will leave you is poorer in time, poorer in outcomes, poorer in money, and having a shitty experience. And that's where real data tracking comes in. You track data in your business. I optimize our capital performance standard to be around LTV. I give a shit about lifetime value of the client, both for you and for my business. Our average client is aged 42 years old. Their income is 150K. Their typical occupation is a business owner or finance professional. They work roughly 60 hours a week. Generally, we've had some previous injuries or limitations, and they just want to perform at the highest level for 20 plus more years. And I've worked with 150 clients in this exact demographic. That's why I know the exact peptide protocols that work for this age range, and how to optimize hormones safely and effectively, how to design programs that work with your busy schedules, and how to get results without injuries or burnout. There's a way to integrate health optimization into your wealth building. And we're not experimenting on you. I've done this over 150 times. That is the difference. Thing number 4, they must think long-term, not just in 12-week transformations. And this one is massive. Your coach needs to think in decades, not in Instagram posts. I get so fucking sick of seeing this. People will bitch on my profile. Oh, you only have 4 likes on this post. Okay. And 4 of those were clients. 4 of those were insane transformations. 4 of those are people that are lifetime clients in my program. Do I give a fuck if I got 4 likes from high quality clients versus having 1,000 likes from a bunch of destitutes and broke ass motherfuckers wasting my time? Obviously not. I will take you guys every single time. That is the Kmart coaching red flag. Their entire marketing is around the stupid soccer mom workout challenges that are geared towards getting the cheapest, shittiest clients in the door just to pump their numbers up and water down everything inside their program. Thank God most of them aren't smart enough to build a community, because that community would be dog shit if they actually fucking had one. That's where you see the before and after photos with dramatic lighting differences, or they'll be sucking it in to look like they made a big change when in reality they only lost like 8 pounds. Like that fat chick trainer that I covered last week. She had this post up and she said in 6 months her client lost 8 pounds by using intuitive eating. I think it's Brenner or something like that. She has a bunch of followers on TikTok, right? Why would that be impressive? Like, why would you pay somebody for 6 months and only lose 8 pounds? It's insane. That's the problem. Anybody can get you results for 12 weeks. Just do a massive caloric deficit, train 6 days a week, take some stimulants, and you look great for the photo. Then what? See ya, they don't give a fuck. Crash and burn. You'll regain all the weight plus more, tank your hormones, develop an unhealthy relationship with food, burn out and quit, lose revenue from underperforming at work. You know, I've seen this happen over and over again because those kind of people come to me afterwards. So what you actually need is a coach who asks the important questions. What do you want your health to look like when you're 50, 70, 90? Not what do you want to look like on your vacation in July and then we're done. A long-term coach also prioritizes sustainability over quick fixes. They want you to build muscle and to protect against age-related decline, optimize your hormones for decades, not just cycles. They're going to teach you principles, not just programs, and focus on performance, longevity, and aesthetics all at the same time, and marry those things together with your wealth building. And to further reiterate this, let's check out the compounding effect. So let's go into the math and the actual hard data here. So you're Kmart coach with a 12-week transformation focus. Year 1, maybe you lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks. Unsustainable deficit, you rebound. After looking great for 2 months, you're back up 15 pounds by the end of the year. Your net is about 5 pounds, hormones wrecked, metabolism damaged, kind of spinning your fucking wheels. Year 2, you do the same shit. You lose 15, you regain 12. You lose 3 total. Even more metabolic damage. Year 3, you give up because nothing works. And then you go to social media and bitch about it. You gain 20 pounds. Now you're just looking for Ozempic or some easy fucking cop out. Now you're worse than when you started. And now you have a cognitive bias against fitness programs because you think that nothing works for you and that your thyroid is fucked up or some other dumb shit. The reality is now you've spent 15 grand in coaching. You have worse health, worse mental health, more limiting beliefs, a damaged metabolism, lost time, and your lost opportunity cost is literally 26,000 hours, $400,000, 3 prime performance years, and they're all wasted because you wanted to play like a dividend douchebag shopping at Kmart for your health. One of the 2 things you cannot mortgage in this world. You cannot mortgage your time and you cannot mortgage your health. They are intertwined. You chose to cheap out on it and fucked yourself. Now, if you went with a long-term performance coach, year 1, you would have optimized your hormones right away in the first couple months. You would have built muscle, built strength, lost 50 pounds of fat sustainably by optimizing peptides and hormones. You feel incredible, you sleep great, you have high energy. Year 2, you continue optimizing, you add 20 pounds to your major lifts, add 10 pounds of muscle, your hormone levels still stay optimal. Year 3, you are in peak performance. You're lean, strong, energetic. You fucking own every room you walk into. Your biomarkers look like you're 30 even though you're 45. You're shredded at the pool with all the chicks looking at you like, damn, that guy looks like he's 30 and he's got fucking money. You have a sustainable lifestyle and you can maintain that forever. And at year 10, those sustainable habits are entrenched in your day-to-day operations. Now you're still performing at peak. There is no metabolic damage, no yo-yo dieting, you have a high state of being, compounding health gains. Your investment is $200,000 over 10 years, but the result is 20 extra years of high performance. That $200K investment just made you $2 to $5 million in earnings because you added peak earning years to your career. The ROI on that is 1,000 to 3,000%. That is playing in a whole different fucking ball game. You can't even make that in the stock market. And it's all because you played like a billionaire, did it smartly, and didn't want to be a little bitch destitute Denny. Even my guys in the startup phase of their business are smart enough to use our 0% financing options to get started to compound their gains faster. A broke mindset keeps you broke and declining year over year. So the questions to ask when interviewing a coach to make sure you don't fall in this trap is, what's your client retention rate? A Kmart coach, they're gonna be like, oh, well, probably 12 weeks, or I don't have that number. A real coach, our average client stays 3 to 5 years. I can give you the percentage. Let me look at my dashboard real quick. Question 2, what happens after the 12-week program? The Kmart coach, you can sign up for another one. They just want to keep you in the hamster wheel. A real coach, the first 90 days are just the foundation. I plan for 6 months minimum. Real optimization is probably gonna take us years, but we want to be realistic and make sure that we make this a sustainable lifestyle. Question number 3, how do you prevent me from being worse than when I started? A Kmart coach will give you a blank stare. A real coach, they'll tell you we prioritize hormone health, metabolic flexibility, and sustainable protocols. You won't crash. And the most important question to ask them that most of these cocksuckers won't fucking give you, what's your dispute rate? Show me it. Tell them to show you it. The Kmart coach or that scamming coach, they're gonna be like, I don't know where to find it. Because it's high. They don't have 0% financing options because they don't have them because they're one dispute away from the match list. A real coach says, check this video out. I'll show you exactly what it is. My clients are always successful and never feel cheated. I have a video that plays to anybody who follows me and shows you my dispute rate. A direct screen recording of exactly what it is on my Stripe. Go check it out. Follow me on Instagram, you'll see it. And lastly, thing number 5, they need to integrate wealth and health strategy together. Because of this, you'll earn 2 to 5 million more over your lifetime at absolute minimum. And you'll be able to enjoy the wealth you've built instead of spending it on medical bills and bullshit. So the lifetime ROI on this is 650 to about 15,000%. But the choice is yours. Here's the reality. If you hire a Kmart coach, you're not saving money. You're literally losing opportunity cost. You're losing money, time, and years off your life. If you invest in real optimization, you're buying back decades of peak performance. You're getting millions in additional earnings, more quality time with your family, and the ability to enjoy the wealth you've built. Which one sounds like the better deal? Look, I know this video was probably intense. I know I roasted the fuck out of the generic busy professional coaches, but I did so for a reason, because I'm tired of seeing that bullshit. People waste years and tens of thousands of dollars on these coaches, then come to me afterwards and I gotta take on a reclamation project because of these assholes that have no business coaching anyone. I did a breakdown inside of my school. You can check out the links down below to check that out. But in there, I outlined exactly how Kmart coaches and stupid DIY solutions are costing you. I even cross-referenced Harvard and other data aggregation sites I could to find real hard numbers and data to give you guys the real research behind this and why I'm not bullshitting any of these fucking numbers. You work way too hard to settle for mediocre coaching. You're too smart to fall for the vague marketing and fake promises. It's super easy to lie on social media. So you deserve a coach who actually knows what the fuck they're doing. They have proven results with people like you. They think in decades, not Instagram posts or Instagram likes. You integrate your health and your wealth strategy, and the coach actually gives a flying fuck about making every client a success story. That's when you look at their dispute rate and know if they're fucking bullshitting you. But that's what we do with the Capital Performance Solution, and I'm not for everybody. If you're looking for cheap, then fuck off, don't inquire. If you want someone to coddle you and validate your excuses, then go hire James Capola and pay $1K for fiber-only coaching. But if you're ready to invest in yourself at the highest level, get real, raw, direct data systems built for you to succeed and produce murderous results, then click the link down below in the description. Book a free assessment call. No pressure, no hard sell. It's for me to decide if you're a fit or not to be in the room with my clients. But even if you aren't, I can promise you'll walk away knowing more about your health and building a plan than you did before the call. So click the first link down below to book a call, or if you'd rather qualify with my bot and get rolling right away, then go ahead, DM me the word solution on Instagram, and that'll take about 3 minutes and you should be onboarded right away. So stop wasting time with Kmart coaches. Invest in yourself like a real man and the high performer that you are. Let's build something that lasts decades. See you on the other side.